Hey guys, so if you've been here for 4 years, you know that when I started with Crossroads, we filmed a lot of videos. And one that sticks in everybody's mind was about 2 weeks after I got here, when God put in my heart and the heart of our leaders that we needed to get out of debt. And we wanted to get out of debt because we believed God was calling us to do some incredible things. At that point, there was about 80 to 100 people and a dream. We were dreaming that we could reach people and baptize more people. We were dreaming that God would expand our ministries. We were dreaming that we could impact our community, and we were dreaming that one day maybe we would even build a building. And 80 to 100 people said, we're willing to invest in that dream, and they helped make sure that they gave generously, and they eliminated the obstacle that was in front of us so that we could move forward, so that God could do what only God can do. In 2015, that's what it looked like. Now, if you're one of those people that was here, you've got to feel amazing about how God used your gifts. Because in the years that followed, several things have happened. The most important is this: 339. That's the current number, and that's about to change. That's how many people have been baptized since then. Not only that, we've had more than 75 serve projects, more than 50 big give projects. We have given away over 750 backpacks during the beginning of school stuff. We have thrown countless events to reach our community, from Winterfest, Fish Fry, back to school, all those things. Over and over again, God has used us to reach people and connect with people. We've seen lives changed, families healed, addiction that was attacking people get conquered in people's lives. We've just seen incredible things happen. And so the investment that was made here to overcome that obstacle has led to incredible things. And by the way, we are sitting in our new building where we are now reaching more people than ever. If you don't know what that means, in 2018, during the summer months, our lowest months, we averaged around 450 people during the summer with kids. In 2019, since opening our new building, God has had over 600 people in our worship service, and that is not including kids. That's a 33% increase from one summer to the next. If that holds true, man, we are about to be reaching all kinds of people as school kicks off. And here we are right now. God has blessed us. We've expanded ministries and territories and reached more people, and we have an obstacle in front of us again. Well, we built this building, and we're not the wealthiest church in the world, and yet we did so much to work and to give that we took a building project that is $6 million and we cut it down to $3 million. And so now we're at this place where we have this obstacle. It's a manageable obstacle for us. But imagine what would happen if it didn't exist. Imagine if we had a group of dreamers again that said, we want this gone. Because if that's gone, we can think about ministries like never before. We can think about people and lives in our community like never before. We can think about Serve Day like never before. We can think about the Big Give like never before. We can think about new ministries in our church, in our community. We can think about our community like never before. We can think about future projects. And we can think about staff. We can think about all kinds of stuff. And I believe that God has another dream in front of us. And so what we're asking you to do is just simply say, can you and would you be a part of partnering with us to get over this next obstacle? It's a challenge. It's not a problem, it's a challenge. And here's what I love. I think that we have a church that loves to conquer challenges. And so I just believe that when we share the challenge that's in front of us, we have a whole bunch of people that says, yes, together we're going to do that because we believe in what God does. We've seen Him move in unbelievable ways when we invested. And now as we invest even more in what God's doing, imagine what He will do next. This isn't about money going into somebody's pocket. This is about money going out into the lives of people to transform our community and people by the power of the Holy Spirit. And so we're asking you to just pray about this. I would ask you to pray. If you don't give and you come to Crossroads, do you want to start giving? It might be a very small amount at this point, weekly or monthly, but any little bit helps contribute. Maybe you already give and you want to give a little bit more. That's great. Maybe you want to give a one-time donation because you just feel like that's a great thing for you to do. That would be fantastic also. But if we just trend up in our giving and everybody helps, then we're going to be able to overcome this obstacle in an incredible way. And who knows, God may impress on some people to give some one-time gifts that do amazing things. Those people that are financially blessed, but also eternally generous. And so we're asking you to pray about that. This is not something we check on with each person. We just ask you, do you believe in the vision that you see at Crossroads? And as a part of it, do you want to help move it forward? If you don't know how to do that, you can do that at the top right hand of our website. There's a place that just says give. You can go on there and put in reoccurring giving, or you can set up a one-time gift. If you want to do it here in person, at the back of the worship area, there are 2 boxes. There are communication boxes, and there are offering envelopes on top, and you can put your gifts in there. You can mail them in to us, and you can find that address on the website. I don't know, I love pastoring this church, and I love leading this church. And I've just been blown away for 4 years at what God does when his people work together to overcome all odds and believe in him. Because as you've been faithful, we've been reminded of one thing over and over again, and that is that God is always faithful. And so when we honor him, he blows us away. And so we're putting that in front of you today, and we're asking you to pray about it. I love you guys. I love our church, and excited for what God has for us in the future.